welcome everyone to the live simulcast on CCTV Channel 15 and 89.3, the all-new Lakes FM. You are in touch with the annual Keego Harbor Memorial Day Parade right here in beautiful Keego Harbor. I'm Woody Woodruff, and during this presentation, not only will you see and hear the parade sites, you'll also have a chance to learn about Memorial Day and its significance as a day of remembrance. And it's on that note that I bring in my co-host, Eric Gupka. And Eric, what opening comments can you offer about Memorial Day?
Well, I tell you, it's a great day in Keego Harbor, and I think this is what we discussed earlier, our seventh
year doing the annual Keego Harbor Memorial Day Parade.
I'm glad there's not a vote on it. So. Woody, I know you. What does Memorial Day have to do with poppies?
Well, yeah, Memorial Day and poppies are connected. Poppies were used as the symbol for Memorial Day, but it started back in 1915, and Moena Michael, I believe, started that campaign way back in the day.
Right.
So that is known as the flower that everyone wears for Memorial Day. And of course, it's a day of remembrance. A lot of people say, you know, Happy Memorial Day, something like that.
Sure.
It's not really a Happy Memorial Day, although in the years since the start of Memorial Day, it has morphed into, you know, the unofficial start of summer and all this other kind of stuff. But, you know, if you bring it back to its roots, it is a day of remembrance for honoring those who died while serving in the military.
Yes.
How many floats do we have today in the parade, Eric?
Over 40 floats. I think 42 this year. So.
And of course, that spans local businesses and local organizations here in Keego Harbor.
Exactly. Many charities, many Cub Scout troops, many schools represented. In fact, thank you, Roosevelt Elementary School, for letting us be on the grounds once again this year. So we'll pay, you know, a couple hours of your electric bill this month.
You know, we all before the floats start coming down, let's continue with a little bit of business here. We have a fantastic crew assembled out here at the Cass Lake Road location. We have Grigor, our floor director and media dude, we like to call him. We have Dave, our video engineer. Andrea's running our robotic cameras. Jason is our camera in the street. John is directing, and Dave Scott is our producer. We'd like to also thank the Cable Commission Board of Directors for their help in making this broadcast happen.
Yes.
And, you know, Eric, let's continue with a bit of the history of Memorial Day.
Sure.
It has just so happens this is the 150th year that we are celebrating Memorial Day, because it started way back in 1868 with General John A. Logan and General Orders Number 11, which called for a national day of remembrance after the Civil War. And it looks like we have our parade route getting ready to start here with the first bit of fun, Eric, on our list.
Off to a banner start. I see coming into view here, we have, I know that's Paul Delmans. And is that Brian? Is that Brian? All right, Brian. So Brian Lamp and Paul Delmans here carrying our banner. Thank you, gentlemen.
Way to lead it off, guys. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
And getting tired? You're almost done.
Up next, the Keego Harbor Marine Patrol. Let's give it up for the Keego Harbor Marine Division.
Yeah.
The patrol started once again this weekend for the summer season, so they will be out on the water. So stay safe in there.
And it looks like we have Officer Jim Cote in there.
How you doing, Jim? We'll see him out on the water. Lots of members of the service represented today, Eric, and of course the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary Oakland County Unit is here. Members of the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary Oakland County Flotilla 2018 coming up here. They meet at Gino's, which is a popular spot every second Tuesday of the month. This Coast Guard Auxiliary is a volunteer branch of the U.S. Coast Guard. They promote boating safety through public education, vessel inspections, and conducting boat and air patrols to keep the waterways safe. Flotilla 2018, thank you, gentlemen, for your service. Volunteers out there for the Coast Guard Auxiliary Patrol.
Here we have, coming up, Intel Bill Bertakis, one of such a generous guy for many of the events that we have in the city. He's the cameraman. He's the picture man. So Intel Bill Photography.
Happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Photographer based here in Keego, and just a great guy. He does pictures for all of our events.
Bill says he threw his arm out. He is throwing out candy to a lot so the kids can come out and get some. Be aware that candy will be flying into the crowd. Also, JJ's Towing and Recovery coming up. You stuck, you broke down, you have an accident, called JJ and Towing and Recovery, 248-738-3988. One of the important names and numbers to have on your phone. Proud supporter of Keego Harbor and the surrounding cities. J&J is located at 3700 Elizabeth Lake Road in Waterford.
Yeah. That reminds me, the other day I saw J&J come down my street, and he asked me, he said, hey, I'm looking for a broke down cutlery truck. And he said, do you know how I can get there? And I said, yeah, just go up 2 blocks and look for the fork in the road.
Oh, Eric, that is so not funny. This holiday, as we said earlier, started as Decoration Day, and 5,000 people were at Arlington National Cemetery and decorated 20,000 graves of Union and Confederate soldiers back in 1868 when General John A. Logan called for a National Day of Remembrance. The holiday has evolved, Eric, to honor all American military personnel. And, you know, Memorial Day is a real chance to educate people about sacrifice and how people lay down their lives for their country. I mean, that's really what we're honoring here.
Exactly.
People who have given their lives in service of this beautiful country and the things that we enjoy here. Coming up now, Eric, who do we have?
Looks like we have Goin' Postal. So you can come see Greg at Goin' Postal in West Bloomfield for all of your shipping needs. From letters to cars, Goin' Postal will ship anything, anywhere. Oh, they are
those pop rocks, watch out.
Yeah. So stop waiting in those long post office lines. Come take advantage of the quick and friendly service. They're located on Orchard Lake Road at Long Pine in West Bloomfield.
There you go, brother.
Thank you.
Stress
Whoa,
ball.
whoa.
Want another one?
I was stressed out.
Strike
I'm 0 for 2, but that
Strike
one's up
2.
here. We can get to that one. That was terrible. What a terrible catch that was. Going Postal. Oh, at least I didn't drop 3 or 4.
I got you, Louis.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Eric, could this be? You know, I mean, I've been looking at my notes here, but could this be the Team Keego car?
It definitely
Could it be?
is. So your parade, it would not happen without Team Keego.
Well, talk to me about why Team Keego is important.
Team Keego is a non-profit organization that puts on this parade, as I just said. And we have Jennifer Newberry, who is the brains behind the unit of this parade, so thank you. And with her, wife of Keego DPW Foreman Doug Walden, Dale Walden, how are you? And both ladies are members of Team Keego and proud supporters of Keego Harbor. We thank them so much. Team Keego honors all of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms.
Team Keego getting a lot of stuff done down here in the beautiful city that we call home here, Eric.
They sure are.
Loving stuff here. You know, I forgot to turn my phone off. Maybe I should have. I'm getting the calls here. But you know what? This is the best call of the day right here coming up, Eric.
Looks like we have the Willow.
Actually, this is... Oh, these are the Willow Beach neighbors and friends.
Okay.
That's who these guys are.
Yeah.
The servicemen they're honoring, Bill Franklin and Philip Tank, who were both 19 when they lost their lives in the Vietnam War. The Willow Beach Neighbors and Friend Parade theme for this year is MASH, which stands for Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, as they're honoring our fallen medics. This year, the main float features a 1942 Jeep that was in the Korean War, being driven by owner and war historian Andrew Lutit with his friend Kevin Carr. This Jeep was their inspiration for the MASH theme from the TV show that everybody loves to watch. A small block on Willow Beach has a great bunch of neighbors who do this not only to honor the military, but to have some fun with each other. Willow Beach thinks Keego rocks, and they love living in this great little city. Thanks a lot to the Willow Beach neighbors and friends. Thank you very much for your service. And that is a beautiful 1942 Jeep that was in the Korean War.
Wow.
That's a beautiful example right there. Thank you very much. The Willow Beach Association, Willow Beach neighbors and friends. thank you. Honoring Bill Franklin and Philip Tank, both 19 when they lost their lives in service of this fine country. We thank them for their service. And we thank the Willow Beach neighbors and friends for honoring. You hear the Mash Dean out there, it's amazing. It's pretty good. What a nice honor.
Quite an entourage.
Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, right there. I mean, they're moving on down the line there.
Quite an entourage. Oh, a Z-28.
You know, I don't think they had the Z-28 back in the Korean War, but still, it's a nice addition today. Thank you very much. And of course, MASH, one of the longest running shows on TV.
Right.
You know, an amazing show with Hawkeye and Trapper John and BJ and Radar and, and everybody else. I'm sure you remember the show, Eric. You're not too young for that. Speaking of young, here's a young man who's making some impact in our community. Our pal Tom Berman, Oakland County Commissioner.
Yes, sir. He's a former member of Keego Harbor City Council and currently our Oakland County Commissioner, representing Keego, Sylvan, Orchard Lake, and parts of West Bloomfield and Waterford. Tom is joined by his family and friends, including his wife Jenny and his awesome daughters Alexis and Olivia. Say hi, guys.
Hiya, Tom. How are you, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Good to see you, Tom.
My best friends right there.
Oh, my
best guys in the world.
One of my neighbors, a
These
fine
guys
neighbor
right
here in Keego Harbor. Tom Berman, getting it done for us. Oakland County Commissioner, one of the best here, and his family, wife Jenny, daughters Alexis and Olivia. We love what Tom's doing. He's getting it done for us, representing us on the Oakland County Commission. Thank you very much, Tom Berman. Solid business there. I see him all the time out in the neighborhood. Flying the flag every day. Speaking of flags, we'll talk about that in a little minute, Eric, but right now we have Judge Diane D'Agostini coming up from the 48th District Court, right?
Yeah, perennial parade supporter. Judge of the 48th District Court is honoring Marine Major Kevin Nave, who served in the Persian Gulf War in '91 and Operation Iraqi Freedom in '03. He was killed in a vehicle accident on March 26, 2003 in Iraq. He graduated from Waterford Kettering and U of M. He was known as a 100% Marine, on duty, and 100% father and husband with his family. God bless his friends, family and friends of Major Nave. So we thank Judge D'Agostini and her crew for shouting out for one of our veterans who gave the ultimate sacrifice.
You know, Eric, parades also mean marching bands, and coming into view right now is the West Bloomfield High School Marching Band. Let's hear what they're playing right now as they play for the crowd here along the parade route. The patriotic sounds of the West Bloomfield Marching Band, led by Chad Nealons. And the music will continue as we move through on the parade route. West Bloomfield Marching Band.
Nothing like the sound of a crisp snare drum.
Fantastic patriotic sounds right there. Wonderful, wonderful. Chad Nealons, the marching band leader. Fantastic. And right now, we want to thank Admiral sponsors Hubble, Roth, and Clark, and attorney Tom Ryan for their support of this event. Sponsors here, we want to thank them again, Admiral sponsors, Hubble, Roth, and Clark, and attorney Tom Ryan for their support of this event. Thank you very much on this Memorial Day, the 150th Memorial Day. Eric, Memorial Day started back in Waterloo, New York. They say it's the birthplace of Memorial Day, although about 20 towns fight for that honor. It seems that the fight continues every single year, but it's still Waterloo, New York. And in 1873, New York was the first state to make Memorial Day a legal holiday. Who do we have here? The Friends of the West Bloomfield Public Library, Eric.
Yes, they wish to honor a Michigan son, First Lieutenant Larry Well, who was killed in Vietnam in May of 1969. He was posthumously awarded the Silver Star for gallantry in action. Thank you, Lieutenant Whale, and all the men and women who have served our country. This is an nationally recognized, award-winning library, the West Bloomfield. #1, you got it.
You know, Eric, you mentioned the Silver Star. It's on days like this where we get to, understand what some of those awards really mean. We don't really hear about them on a daily basis. So when they come out, things like this, you hear about Silver Star winners and, people being honored at Arlington and national cemeteries and things like that. It really puts, the meaning into Memorial Day, and that's really also what we're trying to convey here during this parade. So thanks a lot to the Friends of the West Bloomfield Public Library
for
honoring
check them out.
First Lieutenant Larry Weil.
On these hot days, it's nice to go to the library, cool off a little bit, learn a little bit.
We mentioned service organizations being out here, and one of the best is got to be the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts. Right now we're talking about the Cub Scouts, but there's a lot of packs that we have connected with this parade right here. Right now it's pack 224, but I know that in the groups that follow, we will see a lot of the kids that are involved in this, and that is really the backbone of what's going on here, and that's the kids in these Cub Scout packs and these Boy Scout troops. And you know what the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts do, Eric, especially on days like this when it's time to honor
I think this
service.
might be them here. Here we go. Yes.
And major supporters of the parade, correct?
Absolutely. Yes. So here we go, into action. Cub Scout Pack 224, 100 and 101, Boy Scout Troop 160 and 1000, Daisy Troop 76261, and Girl Scout Troop 76057 and 75911. I am out of breath saying all that. These troops would like to honor the following people: Sergeant Joseph Lilly, who lost his life in Afghanistan while serving in the Army. One of the Scouts, fourth grade grandfather Jacob Reed, who died serving with the 120th Ohio Infantry in 1864. Wow. Another Scout, sixth grade great grandfather John McLaughlin, died in the War of 1812, serving with the 45th U.S. Infantry. Army soldiers who served in the Korean War: Kenneth Clear, Sergeant James McDoodle, and PFC John D. Watkins. And to all of our great-grandpas and great-uncles who served in World War II, called the greatest generation ever.
That's amazing, Eric. Cub Scout Pack 224, Pack 100 and 101, Boy Scout Troop 160 and 1000, Daisy Troop 76261, and Girl Scout Troop 76057 and 75911. Thank you
that
very
wasn't
much.
easy.
And these kids are throwing out candy to the side, so be careful and be aware. Don't get hit in the head by a Jolly Rancher because you're not watching what's going on. Yes, how are we doing out there? Is it hot? It is hot out there, isn't it?
You ever meet an angry rancher?
No,
They're
never
always
met an
jolly.
angry. Always Jolly Ranchers. Yes, that is correct.
Here's Troop 76261.
Thank you, guys.
How you doing?
Thank you very much for all you do in the community. We appreciate it. Looking good, girls. Love those merit badge vests. Looking good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. We'll eat it later.
Got it right here.
All
Thank
right.
you very much. Troop 1000, Boy Scout Troop 1000. Thanks a lot. Oh, thank you very much. There you go. Nice job there.
Here's Troop 75911.
Right, I told you this would go on
I
for
know.
a while, Eric.
This
there's
is awesome.
a lot of kids involved. You know what
Yes.
I've noticed also? There's a lot of kids in the neighborhood here in Keego Harbor. It seems to be there's a bigger influx of kids now.
I think so.
Maybe there's more people moving into the neighborhood,
I
which
think
we
so.
like that. We're bringing their families, and they want to raise them here in the nice small town of Keego Harbor. It's a fun environment. Girl Scout troops, Boy Scout troops, everybody's out here represented.
Fun fact, the census of 2010, our population went up about 500 people.
Oh, that's
no doubt.
great.
So we're at about 3,300 now, and we used to be at about 2,800.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. You know what? Back in there's also some fun stuff on Memorial Day too. It's not always somber because as it has evolved, it has become the unofficial start of the summer.
Yes.
And one of those things is like the Indy 500.
Oh, yes.
Right, the Indy 500. The first Indy 500 was May 30th, 1911.
Wow.
And Ray Harrow was the winner. Did you know how fast he went?
107 miles per hour.
No way. 74.6 miles an hour was the top speed there. Let's get back to being top speed here at our parade here with the Spirit of Grace Church.
Yes.
It's coming up. Major sponsors of this year's parade, and we're enjoying what they do. Just want to make sure that we do have the right one there. Yes, this is the Spirit of Grace Church.
Yes.
They're walking and riding to honor Victor James Stoneburner from Flint, Michigan. Born in 1949, he served in the Army in 1969 Vietnam, where he came in contact with Agent Orange. This brought him home, but only to succumb to the consequences of this affliction years later. God bless Victor and all of those who serve. Thank you to the Spirit of Grace Church, a Lutheran Episcopal community growing together. Thank you very much for your help.
They're always here. So,
major sponsors of this year's parade, and we appreciate all they have done. Lots of schools are also represented here, Eric. And you know what? In fact, where we are right now is at a school location.
Yes.
I mean, this is the Roosevelt School,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been here. It's always been here. It seems.
It's been here
as long as I can
years?
remember.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as I can remember, it's always been here. There's also other things to notice for Memorial Day. I mean, there's a National Moment of Remembrance that was signed into law today at 3 o'clock. We'd like everyone to take a moment of remembrance for everyone who died in battle or from their battle wounds, which is why we celebrate, why we mark Memorial Day as a day of remembrance, as a day of remembrance, I should say. It's tough to get that out. It's different than Veterans Day or Patriots Day, okay? Because Memorial Day, as I said, honors those who died in battle or from battle wounds. Veterans Day honors everybody that served honorably, and Patriots Day honors the civilians that died on September 11th, 2001.
Yes.
Now, coming up here, we mentioned the Roosevelt School, Eric, and right now we have representatives
Here they are.
for it.
Yes.
How long has it been in operation, Eric?
98 years.
So you were close with your guess of 100.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. It is 98 years since they first opened the doors in 1920. It's the oldest continually operating elementary school in Oakland County and still has many years ahead thanks to the support of the Keego Harbor community and the West Bloomfield School District. Happy Memorial Day from all the students over there. Go Huskies at the Roosevelt Elementary School. Thank you for your support. And I want to see A's on everyone's report cards. Although it is summertime break, right? Right, exactly. There's a lot of volunteers associated with today's parade, Eric, and they continue to come in down here as well with the 1091 nonprofit organization, 1091 nonprofit. Matt Juden presents the second annual football and cheer camp July 21st at West Bloomfield High School from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. The camp free to all kids from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Free for kids from ages 5 to 18 and still enrolled in school. That's the key.
There you go.
You have to still be enrolled in school. They'd like to honor Leandrew Sonny Bell, an Army Ordnance man who went into service for this country in 1951. Who's next, Derek?
Looks like we have the Peak Ski and Sports.
Now, I've seen this. What's going on with them?
Well, they are a local business in Keego, and they've changed their name a couple times, but they are still the same great people with the same great service. They're walking in honor of Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy, born May 7th, 1976. He was a U.S. Navy SEAL until June 28th, 2005.
So you know what? Seeing that car go by, it reminds me, I have to go out and get one of those flamingo floats.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to go out because that's going to be me on Cass Lake this summer. Look for the flamingo float, and you will find Woody underneath it. Should be a lot of fun. We mentioned the West Bloomfield Library and how that's nationally recognized and all that. The Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society is also up there too, Eric.
Indeed, yes. So they chose to honor all of our military that have given us the freedoms we enjoy. We truly are the land of the free because we are the home of the brave. Thank you to the Historical Society for being major sponsors of this year's parade event.
Yeah,
we thank you very much.
History is very important, and
Yes.
you know, of course, today we're honoring history and those who gave their lives in service to this country.
Yes. And Woody, just as a side note, you know, I love how all of our participants this year, a lot of them are honoring someone, you know, remembering
Right,
them
yes,
served in the military.
everyone is
yeah,
honoring
that is
someone
awesome.
else. Yeah, that's very nice to represent
Yes.
the memory of someone who gave their lives in
Right.
service of this country. And you know, it's not just the Historical Society. I guess there's also some other groups coming as well. But you know, history is a long process, so we have a long train of historical buffs here with the Historical Society. It's almost like period dress here, you know.
Right.
It's pretty nice. And speaking of period, we have this beautiful Corvair step up here. A 65. That's very nice. Very nice display of that car. You know, for a while they had a lot of problems with that car, but they straightened out a few, didn't they? This has got to be one that's looking really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice blue.
Well done. Well done. A nice example. And we thank you guys for being out here.
I just heard something the other day. It's history can't repeat itself, but it can rhyme.
What a nice looking car that was.
Yeah.
The Greater West
Hello.
Bloomfield Historical Society. Thank you very much for being a part of it.
I thought they'd be throwing out history books or something. You know?
All right, what do we have here, Eric?
Looks like the official pace car. I think this.
For the 57th annual Indianapolis 500
Wow.
back in May of 1973. Remember, I mentioned that the Indy 500 first started back in May 30th of 1911, and Ray Harrow was the first winner. You know how long it took to finish that 500-mile race? 6 hours and 42 minutes. That's how long it took to finish the first Indy 500. Now with speeds of 227 miles an hour, we see that you know, it's easy to win the Indy 500 in a couple of hours. Australian Will Power won it on Sunday. His 11th try at winning Indy, I should say, and he got it done for Team Penske. Roger Penske, a huge name in auto racing,
Yes.
a huge name here
In Detroit.
as well as Jack Roush, and both of those names are going into the NASCAR Hall of Fame come next year in 2019. Yes, they are. So it should be a good day and a great day for those racing legends here in Detroit, the Motor City. Who do we have now, Eric?
Looks like we have the Voters Not Politicians group. This group walks to honor Sergeant David Johnson.
This is actually.
Am I off?
Yeah, you are. This is Orchard Lake United. And you can see how vocal a group they are.
They are, yes. Orchard Lake United.
Right.
Okay.
And you have skating programs.
There we go.
Skating
Thank you.
programs. You can learn how to skate. You can learn how to play skating programs. All Orchard Lake and Satan area athletic conferences. Go on out, play a sport, and be careful because the candy is flying out of this group. I don't want anybody getting hit in the head by mistake by a piece of flying candy. Be careful.
No candy injuries.
You didn't say who they were walking for.
Yes, I know. We'll get to that as soon as we get it. I mean,
Looks like they were going in honor of Corporal Justin P. Pope, a highly decorated Marine, including the Medal of Valor. He served our great country with the tour in Iraq and Afghanistan from 2002 to 2006. He loved to bless families there, and at Christmas he would load the Humvees with care packages to bring the families in Iraq. The children would chase him down in the street yelling, "Mr. Pope, Mr. Pope!" So we appreciate that very much, and you're honoring him. So
you know,
that's the Orchard Lake United Youth and Hockey Lake Figure Skating Club.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, everybody is in the parade today. Yes, including our pal Sid Rubin
Oh, boy.
and his lovely wife Marilyn. Sid in the official pace car. That is also for the Indianapolis 500. I've got to think what year that is.
70-something. So.
Actually, what year is that from? That's the 62nd annual, so that is 77. That's the 1977 race. And Sid, a fine example there. We appreciate your contribution to the Memorial Day Remembrance here at Keego Harbor. Sid and Marilyn Rubin, thank you very much. Admiral sponsors for this.
Yes.
Former mayor and councilman for our great city, also known as the Cookie Lady. I see you in there, Marilyn. The Cookie Lady, if you ever attended the council meeting. Thank you very much. Sid, and Marilyn Rubin. Thank you very much. See you guys at Gino's
Yes.
a little bit later, maybe.
So Sid tells me he has retired for the 10th time, but not really. So.
You know what, Keego Harbor is only a short distance, but right now we have the long distance riders, and these guys are riding to honor their friend and neighbor, Joseph Taraskiewicz, a PFC of the U.S. Marine Corps who served in Quan Nam, Vietnam in 1969. Thank you very much to the long distance riders. We appreciate you guys riding to honor your friend and neighbor, Joseph Taraskiewicz. I wonder how long these guys ride. Probably for hundreds of miles.
Yeah.
You know, and there are plenty of roads in Michigan to ride happily on, Eric.
That's for sure.
State Road 22, which goes up by Lake Michigan. So beautiful in the summer. If you have a chance, get on out. You know, AAA estimates that 40 million travelers will travel 50 miles or more during this Memorial Day weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, that is true. What do we have now, Eric?
Looks like we have Linnell and Associates, Admiral sponsors. They're real estate attorneys that specialize in assisting homeowners and real estate professionals in all aspects of real estate law. Say hi to Rick and his family. Thank you again for being a sponsor. We appreciate it.
Real estate professionals right here in Keego Harbor. Watch out for the flying candy, everybody. Watch out for the flying candy. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, I've got it
I know.
right here.
It's
coming at you.
It's
Fast
dangerous.
and furious here.
We need hazard pay up here.
Up next, Eric, we have Farmers Insurance right here, of
Yes.
course. And here comes another major sponsor of the 7th Annual Keego Harbor Memorial Day Parade, Farmers Insurance. Our pal John is honoring former Keego resident, Seaman First Class Ralph Beebe. Ralph was lost at sea in the Battle of Guadalcanal on the USS Quincy on August 9th, 1942. You need anything from Farmers Insurance, give them a call, 248-363-0600. Auto, business, home, lifeboat, whatever you need. Thanks a lot, John. We appreciate it. Thank you very much, Farmers Insurance, helping you here in Keego Harbor.
I heard a rumor next year J.K. Simmons will be on that float, the spokesperson for. Yeah.
We love J.K. Simmons.
Yeah,
he's a
native
Detroiter,
Detroiter.
And a big Detroit Tigers fan. If you check my Twitter feed later, I'll repost that photo.
Oh, nice.
For you
nice.
of J.K. Simmons down at Comerica Park wearing his Tigers jersey. There's dancing in the streets, Eric.
Here we go. Oh, Shannon's Dance Academy, one of the favorites here. So Shannon and her academy danced to honor Stephen Philip Ferris, who was killed in action October 4th, 1918 in the city of Romaine-Meuse, France, in the Meuse-Argonne conflict. Wow. He was a corporal in the 6th Regiment, 2nd Division Marines. He was awarded the Croix de Guerre.
That's the Croix de Guerre.
Croix de Guerre.
Yeah, the Croix de Guerre.
Yes.
And the Fourragère.
Yeah.
Exactly. Some high honors. Again, like
Indeed.
I said before, we hear about Silver Stars, and we also hear now about the Croix de Guerre, the Fourragère, all kinds of military honors.
There is
that are
deep
given out on
history in
Memorial
this.
Day. There's serious history here, Eric.
Deep history.
And of course, we're trying to bring you that and educate you on what goes on around Memorial Day.
Yes.
And speaking of an education, you can get one down at Gino's restaurant on a
sure
number
can.
of subjects.
You know when Gino started?
Talk to me about Gino's. A long history here in Keego Harbor.
1969. It was takeout by Irene Santia and her parents. So there's Gino. Man, what can we say about Gino's? They are awesome.
Gino joined the business after serving 2 years in the Army back in 1970. There's Gino.
There he
Gino,
is.
how are you, my man?
Good.
Great to see you. Glad you're participating here in the parade.
5-star general support.
Gino, when did you open that first restaurant?
71.
1971?
Yes, sir.
How big was it then?
Just small.
How big is it now?
Pretty big.
How long have you been there?
Next year will be 50 years.
That's beautiful. 50 years. Round of applause for Gino Santia. Gotta love it. Family owned and family run today. Who you got in the family with you today that's helping to run the
My oldest
restaurant?
son, Gino, Rocco, Marco, the grandkids,
There you
all
go.
Gino's employees and friends.
That's beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gino, for all you do.
I'm gonna head down for some takeout later. Love you.
What an institution in Keego. One of the fine restaurants we have.
Is this team G8, number 38?
I think we're still with Gino's.
We're still part of Gino's, as he mentioned. It's a family business. Been going on at that location for now 50 years. The Santia Banquet Hall opened in 1979. The restaurant in 1971.
Gino
so
all the way.
A long line of family members for Gino. We love him here in Keego. He's a staple here in town. Lots of stuff happening down there at Santia Hall, from car shows to the banquets to you know, graduations, all kinds of parties and festivities going on at Santia Hall. Head down, get yourself a pizza slice or maybe some kind of Italian dinner dish. Always friendly down there at Gino's restaurant.
All right, so here we have Team G8, number 38, Jack Stevens, and Boy Scout Troop number 103. So Mike Hill of Team G8, number 38, in his own, is honoring Project Pearl Harbor CA tribute car here. Nice, has teamed up with the Boy Scout Troop and Jack Stevens for his Eagle Scout project. Interesting. They're joining us today to honor Marine Lance Corporal Dominic Sierramit. I'm going to screw this up. We'll just call him Lance Corporal Dominic of South Lyon, Michigan, assigned to the 3rd Battalion, 9th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division 2, Expeditionary Force. Camp Lejeune, there you go. In Helmand Province, Afghanistan, while conducting combat operations, he was in the gunner position when his vehicle was hit by a bomb on April 23, 2011. They're also honoring Army Staff Sergeant Joshua Mills, assigned to 3rd Battalion, 7th Special Forces Group, NC. Just 2 months after his deployment to Afghanistan, he lost his life in Gura from wounds suffered from enemy forces who attacked his vehicle September 15th with an improvised explosive device. 2 great men who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country. So we want to thank you for honoring these two soldiers. So thank you so much. High Octane Cafe and Bakery.
There were lots of other things done on Memorial Day. The Lincoln Memorial was dedicated on Memorial Day back in 1922, Eric. I know that you were there.
Yeah. I announced it, yeah.
Exactly. Who do we have now?
You weren't around then.
This looks like Jack Stevens also coming up.
Yeah, I saw a whole big contingent here.
Exactly,
yeah.
And as you mentioned, they're honoring Army Staff Sergeant Joshua Mills. As you mentioned, he gave his life. Marine Lance Corporal Dominic Ciamitaro from South Lyon, Michigan. We honor his service. We thank you guys for coming out and being a part of the Keego Harbor Memorial Day Parade. Again, honoring those who died in battle or from battle wounds here on Memorial Day. Jack Stevens, Boy Scout Troop 103, also involved in that.
Yeah, that's an interesting project he has.
And that is the Eagle Project.
Yeah. Is our Eagle Scout around here?
From Jack Stevens and that Eagle. He's right in the middle there.
Oh, yeah? You want to go
there.
on camera? You want to talk to, okay.
Yeah.
That's
hey,
all right.
You know what? Let's bring Jack back
Yeah,
for a minute.
Jack, come on
Jack.
back.
Jack, bring your flag, Jack. It's okay. You can come on back with
Hold
it.
up a second.
Let's get Jason. Let's get Jason
Talk
on our
to this
camera
guy
here.
right here.
Yeah, there's Jack right there. Okay. Yeah, right there with Jack. Hey, Jack. Talk to me about your Eagle Project.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Talk to me about your Eagle Project. What is it?
We're honoring the fallen veterans in the Memorial Day Parade in partnership with the Keego Harbor Police Department.
How many badges do you need? How many do you have now as far as getting the Eagles down?
I don't know.
That's a lot. I'll let you get back to your group.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, you need 21.
21.
Thank you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Jack Stevens. Doing some serious work there for his Eagle Project.
He got
very
that.
strong.
Look at all the people he got.
Community service right here in Keego. And these guys are Team G8.
All right.
Gotta love the escort. Very nice. Thank you very much, and thank you for the information. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Look at that. Jack Stevens getting his Eagle Project
I know.
done.
That's quite a project.
That's fantastic out here.
That's a great idea. That rivals our Boy Scout troops for longest contingent there.
And now we're honoring military families, Eric.
Yes.
4 Stars Military Family. It's a community-driven, nonprofit organization that supports American heroes, and this is dependent on volunteers and donations, gang. So let's give and help as they prepare and ship care packages to our troops deployed overseas. Today, they walk to honor U.S. Marine Corporal Lance Corporal Ryan Burgess. He's in Iraq. Thank you very much for your service.
Thank you so much.
And remember, volunteers and volunteer donations, so help them out, please. 4 Stars Military Families. Community driven. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, folks, Woody had given me one job to do.
I did, and here it comes.
He gave me one job for this parade, and it's coming up next.
In fact, let's get to it right now, Eric, because I am so eager.
Where's Heath? Is Heath there? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Dairy Queen. I mean, come on. What else do we have to say? So we can't thank Dairy Queen enough. 5-star general support of the parade and Keego Harbor in general. We can't, again, they do so much. So we need a couple of those, yes, please.
I'm terrible.
That's all right.
I did my job.
Make sure all the kids get one of these like little wooden nickels, okay? Because it's going to give you some free ice cream later. One of that free wooden Dairy Queen nickel there will get you a free ice cream later on. So that's what I wanted. And you know what, Eric?
Mission accomplished.
You came through, bro. Here it is, right here. Love it. Thank you very much. Dairy Queen, a 5-star general supporter, and you really don't have to say any more than that.
Now it looks like we have Town and Country Door, Oakland County's largest garage door service company. It's an honest and family-friendly owned business. They provide reliable garage door installation and repair services in the Metro Detroit area, specializing in broken springs and cables. Today they are honoring Douglas R. Hahn, Private Armory Signal Corp. He served in Germany from 1955 to August 1958.
You know what,
so
Eric?
We appreciate them coming to the parade this year.
I never understood exactly how heavy a garage door is until it's broken.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? These guys will come on out and help you. Town and Country Door, Oakland County's largest garage door service company. Gotta love that.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Woody, do you know
Keego Harbor Parade?
when a door isn't a drawer? You know,
No, when it's a jar.
Yeah.
That's terrible again, Eric. We're gonna have to work on your puns.
My punmanship?
Yes, we're gonna have to work on your punmanship.
Oh, here we go. Art Sale. So here come David and Susan Emmerling, the creators of Art Sale. Hello, Susan, David. It's a local co-op for artists who work together, connect together, plan and run events to showcase each other's talented pieces of work. Today they're honoring Marine Sergeant E5 Terry Hemming with the 1st Regiment known as the Devil Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Terry was a Purple Heart recipient, Vietnam vet, and unsung hero. So we thank Art Sale. We wish them nothing but success. Hello, David.
Hello, Marine Sergeant Terry Hemming. How you doing? I'm sorry. We'll get it straight. Air Force veteran. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. In fact, let's stop there and chat for a minute. Who do you have in the car with you?
Sister.
Oh, his sister. Please introduce everybody in the car. Tell us who you got.
This is my husband, Mark. This is Erin, my niece. And this is Gavin, my great nephew.
And you guys are sponsoring who again?
Art Sale. And I'm also an artist, so I am participating in the Art Sale parade for that too. But my brother, Terry, was a Marine. He died quite a few years ago, 24 I think it was. They didn't say it was Agent Orange, but it was like that. He had it in his throat. So
Thank you very much.
He did 3 tours in
We appreciate you coming out and being a part of the parade. Thank you so much. Art Sale, guys. There's an arts and crafts show July 21st from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Santia Banquet Center. Once again, Gino's got his hand in everything. Head on down there and check out Art Sale. Thank you very much, guys, for being part of the Keego Harbor Memorial Day Parade. Thank you. All right, getting it straight there, Eric, right?
I know.
Right, exactly. I mean, people are representing, former military members. So yeah, we give them a little bit of a platform so they can explain their affiliation, and it all works out. What's next?
Well, I'll tell you, if you want dirt on anyone in this town, you have to go see Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation and Garden Club.
That's the best one so far.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's good.
Okay. So let me first say that they are walking honoring United States Marine Corps Lance Corporal Stephen John Szymanski from Fort North Carolina. We have a lot of events going on. So Garden Club operates out of Parks and Rec. They're all volunteer for the flower spots and pocket parks around town. They've been working real hard this spring. They work closely with our DPW department here to make sure the mulch is laid and that all the natural parts and invasive species are gone. And they do accept donations.
Isn't there also a perennial exchange coming up on Saturday, June 2nd?
There
right?
sure is. There's an annual perennial exchange. On Saturday, June 2nd, from 10 to noon, it's going to be this is in conjunction with Sylvan Lake Garden Club, and it'll be at the Sylvan Lake Memorial Park at Garland and Pontiac Drive. And the fall exchange will be here in Keego. So just to mention real quick, if we can hold up on Bosco's for just a moment. There's going to be some surprises around town. A geocache box will be hidden around the city. Inside the boxes are small tokens. If you find one, take a token, leave a treasure of your own. On Saturday the 4th, bring your little prince or princess to the Royal Garden Party. Enjoy light refreshments. Lots going on. Taste of Keego is coming. I could go on and on, but we thank all of the members and volunteers of the Keego Harbor Garden Club. So check them out. Thank you.
Gotta love that. Gotta love the Keego Harbor Parks and Rec and the Garden Club. Now, let's continue on with Bosco's Coffee and Kitchen. Now, another major sponsor of this parade. Bosco's, breakfast, lunch, and dinner all day. Zingerman's, Great Lakes Coffee, Bagel Factory Donuts, all delivered fresh every day. And of course, served with a smile. They're on Orchard Lake Road. They're open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come in and become part of the family. Head in there early in the morning, have a seat. You can chat with a lot of the guys reading the paper in the morning. I'm sometimes in there.
Looking at the pictures on the wall.
Jack and those guys. I see them all.
Yeah.
I'm in there. Sometimes I see Helen. She gets me my hot chocolate. It's beautiful. So, yes, thank you very much to Bosco's Coffee and Kitchen, a major sponsor of the parade right here in Keego Harbor.
Speaking of major sponsors, we do want to give a special shout out to McNabb's Hardware, Water Pure and Simple, and Hoffman Electric. We appreciate their support.
Let's jump ahead right here now, Eric, because we're seeing the Friends of District 4 Pontiac coming up right here. Major sponsors of the parade, Friends of District 4. They honor John Weckley. He was wounded twice during World War II in Iwo Jima as a double Purple Heart recipient. John Wilkins, also a World War II veteran, a medic who saved lives in Europe. Candidate Brenda Carter is a staunch supporter of our veterans. Hello, Brenda Carter, how are you? Running for state representative, we appreciate that. And the Friends, obviously she has some very vocal friends in District 4.
There we go.
And of course, she is representing some proud veterans, as I mentioned, John Weckley and John Wilkins, represented by Brenda Carter. That's a very nice slogan. Brenda Carter, she works harder. Very nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Brenda, are you out there?
Where's Brenda? Hey, there she is.
Brenda,
all right.
How you doing, Brenda? Thanks for being a part of it. We appreciate it.
Good luck.
Come on out and support Brenda Carter, Democrat, District 29. Visit Brenda Carter, BrendaJCarter.com, I should say. Vote for Carter, she works harder. What a great slogan that is, huh? All right. That's just wonderful. All right.
And here we have Jaybird Smoked Meats, formerly known as Yardbird. It's a casual, cozy restaurant and bar that specializes in savory, mouth-watering smoked meats and down-home comfort food with a modern twist. One of Jaybird's signature menu options is the family-style dining, which offers families in large groups the opportunity to enjoy barbecue the way it was meant to be. Share. No other barbecue smokehouse in the Metro Detroit area offers this experience to its customers. Dinner is served daily, with brunch served on weekends. Carry-out and catering services are also available. So come as you are and get a little saucy.
Let me get a comment here from Chef Jeremy right here.
Go.
Hey, Chef Jeremy, what is on the menu for today? I mean, is there a special that you've got going right now?
We have family dining, like you said. We have brisket, ribs, pork, burgers, all kinds of stuff. So when you burn your food today, and it doesn't come out quite right, we're open today at 4. So come on out.
And it doesn't come out quite right. Thank you, Chef Jeremy, and everybody down at Jaybird. Thank you very much for being a part of the Memorial Day Parade. We appreciate it.
Finally gave out my first dog treat.
That's good, Eric. I like that.
And it wasn't even to a dog. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm part of Team Keego now. I've always wanted to be a part of Team Keego.
Did
Thank
he eat
you
it?
very much.
All right, good. Jets Pizza. There we go. Well, if you haven't heard, Jets Pizza now in view. Remembering with honor Marine Corpsman Thomas Sharp, who lost his life in 1968 at the age of 19 in Vietnam. This is Jets Pizza of Keego Harbor, 5-star General Parade sponsor. They wanted to thank you all for your loyalty and patronage the last 11 years by offering Customer Appreciation Day. So stop in, get a large one topping for $7.99 or a medium one topping for $5.99. There is no limit, and you can also mention the parade deal at their newest location on the northeast corner of Maple and Telegraph in Bloomfield Township. Remember, life is short, eat better pizza. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, look at that, Eric.
That was perfect.
I love their mascot, the guy with the rocket pack on. He's just wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Leave him right there. We got him. No problem. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's get. Oh, look at this. More of Jets Pizza.
More Jets.
Like I said, they have a couple of locations: Bloomfield Township, Keego Harbor.
Oh.
Of course, Orchard Lake and Commerce is the best location. That's 248-682-3744. If you want some pizza, let's get Jets. Oh, now hiring. Look at it. Don't tell me she's ready to drive yet. Oh, my goodness. Okay, now hiring drivers. All positions.
And it looks like we have Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence coming into view here. So we want to thank her. Thanks, she's up.
Congresswoman Lawrence, could you stop right there and talk to our
please.
camera?
Say hello.
How are you today?
I am doing great today. What a perfect day for remembering our veterans and to bring the community together. This is such a wonderful, I like to call it the all-American city. And when people come out, and we must always remember this is about our veterans, and we live in the land of the free because of the brave.
Exactly right. Thank you so much. This is the 150th Memorial Day, according to my notes here. So it's definitely a milestone one, and we're glad that you're a part of it. Brenda Lawrence for Congress. BrendaLawrence.com, I believe it is, correct?
Yes.
All righty. Thank you for being a part of the parade. Thank you very much for your service in Congress.
And yes, thank you so much. While we're at it here, I'd also like to recognize a couple people. Councilman John Newberry, though we don't see him, he's the guy that makes all this happen. So he organizes all this. He's driving around in his 72 Chevy Nova today. He wants to thank everyone who came out, everyone watching at home, and most of all the great men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country, the land of the free, because of the brave.
And let's not forget.
Thank you, John. He's right up here if you want to.
Right here, John.
Do a wide shot there.
Thanks, pal.
Did it? Oh, man. Jeez.
The car broke down. Oh, that's all right.
There you go.
That's right.
If you also want to get a shot of another council person here, I'm going to put him on the spot. Rob Kalman is right over there in the vest and the
Rob,
tiger.
how are you, pal? Right there in the
There
vest,
he is.
waving right there.
So.
Rob Kalman, how are you? Nice to see you, pal.
Always a great broadcast. You guys do awesome.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate it. We appreciate your help in the Keego Harbor Memorial Day Parade, as always. part of the event staff here,
Yep.
Rob Kalman.
And we saw up at the memorial service earlier, Mayor Joel Yoder was there, and
Yes.
Councilwoman Karen Meebrod, and I did see Councilman Fletcher walk by too. So
You know, now coming by here is a very important part of our community. It's something that we see every day in the summertime and especially during the school year. Oakland County buses. I mean, let's say a big thank you to Oakland County and their bus drivers.
Yes.
Because every year they make sure our parade participants get back to the staging area safely.
Right.
I mean, you know, that's something to think about. When everybody runs through the parade, I mean, how do we get back to where we were?
Exactly.
Hop on the bus and we'll take you over there. Of
Yep.
course, they're charged and responsible for our kids' safety as they get bused to school during the school year in the winter months. So thank you very much to the Oakland County bus drivers for making sure our parade participants get back to the staging area. Thanks a lot for all you do. Thank you. You know, it's hard to believe, Eric, that we've gone through so many of these floats so far, and it seems like we're just getting started here, but there's a few more left. Let's continue on. You know, we see a lot of flags out here also, Eric, and you know, there's a few laws about the flag. Did you know? I mean,
Is there?
Yeah, the 1942 flag code was something that I was reading the other night, and it's pretty informative. Did you know that a flag is never supposed to be displayed in the rain?
really,
Yes.
huh?
Yeah, you know, it's only supposed to be displayed from sunrise to sunset.
Huh?
So
That's
I would like to
interesting.
see you out there putting up the flag every morning at sunrise and taking it down every sunset, please.
Gotcha.
Thank you very much.
You
I'll
got
hold
it.
you to that. And of course today, the flag goes to half staff. It is hoisted to the peak for an instant and then lowered to half staff for today's Memorial Day.
Looks like we have here. Hi.
How
you
I'm
doing?
sorry, who are you representing? Let's
No.
get in there. Let's get in there. Let's talk.
Tell-
Who are you representing?
You're
Talk to
on.
me.
You're on.
Memorial Day, thank you for all your service.
What do you do, Mrs. Elson?
Mrs. Elson's on the Team Keego and Board of Education.
Beautiful.
She's
You know what? I'm representing Team Keego right now because I have my wristband right here, Eric. Team Keego.
Ah,
And I'll
nice.
put it on to represent Keego Harbor and Team Keego on today, the 7th Annual Memorial Day Parade. Okay, so now I'm official with the Team Keego representing. Okay, now, the West Bloomfield Fire Department, Color Guard, and trucks. And, you know, this is a serious organization right here. First off, I want to say thank you to the West Bloomfield Color Guard for performing the ceremony at the Rock
Yes.
prior to the start of this parade. A round of applause for the West Bloomfield Color Guard. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We appreciate that. That parade was the start of the parade. The ceremony was hosted by our Mayor Joel Yoder here at Keego Harbor with a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner performed by Sabrina Saman. And we thank her for her lovely sound of the Star Spangled Banner. Thank you to the West Bloomfield Fire Department Color Guard and of course the trucks that help keep our area safe and in running order. We thank them for being a part of the parade. Thank you very much, West Bloomfield.
And that is a wonderful way to end the parade with the fire department and color guard.
You know, it always goes so fast.
I know.
Eric. I mean,
It's
you know,
rapid
it's
fire.
amazing how we've had like at least 40, maybe 45 different groups come through our parade route. And, you know, I think the best part was what you mentioned earlier about how every group was representing a fallen soldier,
Right.
someone from, you know, wars across our history.
Yes.
I mean, we had from World War II all the way up to, you know, Vietnam, even some Iraq and, you know, Desert Storm types of representation as well. And again, it's a day of remembrance, okay? I mean, a lot of people say Happy Memorial Day, but we know that it's morphed into, you know, the unofficial start of summer.
Sure.
But, I mean, let's be honest, the Memorial Day is a day of remembrance that honors those who died while serving in the military. So, you know, thank you to those people for their service. Thank you to those families for their sacrifice. And, you know, we continue to honor what their sacrifice has done here in our country every year, you know, the last Monday in May.
Right. And thank you. I think you have a couple shout-outs to our crew here.
Yeah, in fact, we do. While I am wrapping things up here, thanks a lot to Grigor, our floor director and self-proclaimed media dude. We have Dave at the video engineering. Andrea is running our robotic cameras. Thank you to her. Also, Jason, our man in the street. Thank you, Jason, for running the camera out there. John, our director. And, of course, Dave Scott, our producer. And for Eric Kupka, Master Gardener, I am Woody Woodruff, and thank you very much for joining us at the 7th Annual Keego Harbor Memorial Day Parade. Be sure to join us here again next year at right here on CCTV, Channel 15 and Comcast, and 89.3, the all-new Lakes FM. Remember, I'm going to try and get some kind of late-night job, so maybe you can hear me on those.
All right.
You know, maybe playing things late at night. But anyway.
And thanks again for lending your time, your voice.
And thank you for everybody for watching our live simulcast. And I'm assuming that there will be rebroadcasts of this coming up on CCTV, Channel 15. Thanks a lot to the Cable Commission and their board members for making all this possible. And thank you for watching right here with us today on Memorial Day. Thank you.